We welcome you to our company Rimum Technology, headed by CEO Shems. We offer to protect your property, security system services, CCTV installation, and a wide variety of products and services. Join us as we venture together.
Skylar TV presents
The Uprising with CEO Shems of Rimum Technology.
It comes, God helps you, it is done. Get it to the next season.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. In most of your stories, you have talked about religion and God.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now let's
To be
enter.
precise, sorry for that. Sorry
Yes.
for
Yes.
interrupting
No
you.
problem. No problem.
Jesus.
Jesus. Yes. When did you find? When did you find Jesus as the source of your strength?
Wow.
And what was usually happening before you did that?
Nilijua sasa nitauliza mambo kama hii. But I'm happy because you've asked that question. You see, I think when people look at right now, I can comfortably say I'm a Jesus boy. I'm helped. I'm a man who is helped by God, by Jesus, in every measure, in every way. Now, when did I meet with Jesus? It was in our weekend challenge when I was in Form 2. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And over time, remember, I've been brought up in a family that knows God, right? And not knowing God for for a show, not knowing God because a family that actually knows God. And I get into school, high school. In primary, I was still serving in the CU. I was actually a dancer. Nashindango hizo talent ziliendanga wapi. I was actually a dancer in primary.
Uh-huh.
Zile enzi za shika glasi, weka barafu. Then I was actually a dancer, and I remember we used to do that as a part of the ministry in primary. Then getting into high school, that is where I think my life kind of changed. And I know I would say this, but probably not many people agree with this. High school shapes the kind of person you become.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Definitely. The kind of high school you went to, away from everything else people will tell you. For me, I take it as it shapes you. Okay? And not necessarily the school, not necessarily the curriculum. No. My point is the experiences, the relations you make in high school, they shape the kind of person you become. When I got into high school, my parents, I think I will probably hear this for the first time.
Wait, Pastor, because now we have shifted now from now primary now to high school now.
Yes.
Wait, before we shifted from primary to high school,
Yes.
I'm sure hapo katikati they must, like in every person's story,
Yes.
there's something that usually happens when you shift from primary to high school.
Yes.
In your case, was it a positive vibe or a negative vibe? And what was it? Because there's just something.
Was it a positive or negative? Well, I was looking forward to join high school.
Uh-huh.
Honestly.
And were you already made up of which destination you wanted to go?
In life.
No, like the kind of high school you wanted, because personally I wanted to go to a certain high school, but like they say, unapanga, Mungu anapanga yake.
So I think for me it was a positive vibe.
Mm-hmm.
As I said earlier, I've been an open-minded and a straightforward kind of guy since the beginning, as far back as I can remember. And when I was finishing high school, primary, I wanted to join Lenana or Stare Boys or Iku Boys or Meru School. So actually I had 4 choices, but the first one was Iku Boys. The second one was Meru School. Then the third one was, second one was Lenana, third one Meru School, then Stare. Okay? And then all those were national schools. Even right now they're still national schools. I did my best in primary, I would say. Don't ask me. I did my best in primary, and that got me a position in Iku Boys. Okay.
Oh,
God helped.
you got your first choice.
I would say God helped.
Uh-huh.
Mungu alisaidia, and I got a position in Ikubu Boys High School. And for me, I took it positively. Now, I would say it is positive, but on getting to high school, kind of negative-ish planning, because how I began my high school life.
Everybody
Yeah,
has
yeah,
that story.
hey, when I look back at it, I'm like,
Ulikaribishwa high school.
Mimi nilifika high school kulikuwa na ile story ya mono. When I was finishing high school, kuna stories za mono. Ati wewe mono kuja hapa, sijui mono piga simu, fanya nini. We didn't have that high school. Okay, basically. I think we had already, tulikuwa tumesoma bado. Nilikuwa tumeona hizo walikuwa na kusoma manini, but well, when unajua walifanyia kitu, I appreciate the vibes you give. Because now says you're koroba. My heart is carrying other important things.
Yeah.
But, I would say positive because one, I got to the kind of school I wanted. Yes, and well, negative because when I look at my first year, which was Form 1, then Form 2, I can't really say I had the best first years of high school.
What happened?
And it's not okay to paint a picture or to make it more clear to what I'm talking about. Now, I didn't get monolized in high school, I would say. See, me, I'm those guys when you're lijenga high school, number one, having big bodies. Mwili sijapatiwa nikiwa na hii miaka, hapana. And two, when I got to high school, remember when I told you there's something I learned in Kanyakine?
Mm-hmm.
So I realized actually, as I was telling you, the kind of values that were, imprinted in our brains when you walikuwa umetoka Kanyakine boys, because actually got into high school, a couple of guys, around 7 guys from the same primary school, right? Mm-hmm. Then we come to this particular school, we meet other guys who we were with in Kanyakine. All right? So kufika hapo, I just realized a particular kind of venye watu wanajihandle, they look different. They don't even look like youngsters. Labda ni mdogo lakini
akona marasta.
Yes, he's thinking marasta. Okay. Say, he's thinking his thought system is different from a young person of 14, 13 years. All right? Because I believe that is the average age ya kuingia Form 1 then. 13 years, 14 years, happen. So negative because when I got into my first, I usually say mimi mwezi ya kwanza in high school nilikuwa nishikanishwa na that's another now bad thing with having people when you are thinking
bas
nachukua ile notion ya ni mbogi. Unajua bana tumetoka place moja, like we know how we used to handle things. So I met the guy who in primary, he was I believe 3 classes before me, all right? So alimaliza class 8 tatu before me, then I joined the Ikubu Boys. When I was getting Form 1, he was in Form 4, finishing up his time, and he was playing rugby.
Bas.
And you know the notion, you know how what original fan.
Yeah.
So now one, I think if he sees this, I appreciate what you did for me, because he's the guy who actually also allowed me to have a peaceful life in alikuwa anatamba Jemo, by the way, I remember what you did for me, bro. So I became his kiota, as we used to say. Analala chini. So na mtu akinikaribia anajua number 1 hii ni mono ya Ruji. Number 2 ni kiota ya Jemo, as they used to say. All right? Kiota then, what it implied is ni kama tu venye tunasema sijui kuna father figure ama ni father what in.
Yeah.
Well, later tuko tunaita father figure per se, but you just knew kuna ule boys fulani of Form 4 tunasikizananga fiti naye. You get?
Yes.
Hata wasio wanajuanga yule Form 1 fulani wanajuana na mse fulani of Form 4. So I got into high school, we meet with this guy, well, he helped me, but again, he was involved in so many other queer activities, right? Pombe, mara umesikia ametoka at times amejitoa, amekimbia, ameenda another girls school. There's even a time walishikwa wakiwa huko. So you can see the kind of influence I got in touch with the first time getting into high school was not good.
By this time you are in Form 1, right?
Yeah, but this time I'm from one.
So hujatei, hujaonja hata pombe.
No. Actually, when I look back, nasemanga mimi ni God ameniweka, because since then till now, I have never had alcohol.
Hata kidogo.
Never. Bangi, never. Cigarette, never. I have never done drugs. Never. And I can't surmount it to actually mimi venye najua ama niko na nguvu mingi. No. Hapana. That's the reason I've told you, it's not even about religion, it's about me knowing Jesus. Right?
Yeah.
Because I think that is where everything turned around. Now, to cut the whole story short, there's an experience I had, a whole lot of many other things in high school. But in Form 2, all these while nimekuwa nikiapproachiwa na watu wa mabeshte wangu wa CU. Because I think one thing God was given me, I don't know, I think I believe it for myself. I get along with people easily. So even in high school, I realized that I would connect with people at a personal level very easily. Right? I meet with a guy today, we talk, we vibe and everything. And then I have that kind of meaning, and it's something I give God glory for. So in high school, I realized that I have connections with all these guys. Ukiniuliza Shem, by the way, pombe utatoa wapi? Nakwambia, enda tafute mtu fulani. I could know all those things. I could know all those things. But I think one of the things, among the few things I value as a man, as a person, is loyalty. And I think God has helped me uphold that since the beginning. I know kuna ile notion here, na sikujua kama kuna pombe uende wapeleke mbele haraka. No. I always believed, and I always believe in the good in people. And I think out of that, there are a couple of guys and people that God also helped, through me in high school, all right? Especially when I got saved. Now, I'm getting to that. So, I was the kind of guy mwenye unamuuliza, na share by the way, niko na kasimu hapo tunazochargia wapi? Na kupatia location.
Lakini hautampeleka.
But at times, you would find, just like, for example, we were Jemo, he also had a charging system. I'm looking at the generation that we have right now, the Gen Z and the Gen Alphas, actually Gen Alpha itakuwa sijui aje, Mungu atusaidie. But when I look at the kind of level of thinking we had in high school, and the things you would do, I'm even afraid of the generation you're going to be given as kids.
Only God knows.
Yes. Okay, I was talking to a particular, I was listening to a particular story. I won't disclose where and what happened. But when I was told there was an incident of fire at a school, and what happened when I heard the story of actually what happened through the CCTV, venye ilikuwa inaonekana wakifanya nini, you're looking at these kids and you're like, man, watu si wajinga. Ni kama wametengeneza mpaka kesi ya, they literally like sat down, observed, noted times, noted points, places, noted all the people included in the whatever, and then now executed the plan. So they're not just doing this because wamelala wakajua saa 10 anatokanga na kanyanga pale, anaruka anaenda hivi, anafanya hivi. Back then in 2014, 2013, 2012, kuchoma shule ilikuwa story mingi sana. Ni watu wakasirike tu. Right now, based on the kind of generation I've seen that we have right now, these people are actually using what God has given them.
The brain. Nice.
All right?
Yeah.
Now, away from that.
Okay. Can we just go back to Jemo?
Oh yeah, Jemo.
Will you say that he's the one who influenced you to get into the activity of rugby?
Yes. I just loved how. Okay, I'm a big fan of rugby. Sana. And I remember then the years, even when I was playing, because it's been a while before nicheza rugby actually. Labda ile tu ya kuguza kampira, flow kidogo ni nini. But ile real kucheza, it's been a while. I guess around 8-9 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a minute, and I would say yes, true. He was the one who influenced me to get into rugby, and another guy also I knew from home. Okay, there's another guy also we had in school. Nilikuwa kutoka home pia. You know this. I don't know how siku hizi Mungu anatupatia watoto, but we still appreciate. People had bodies, bro.
Yeah.
I remember the likes of Iniku, the ones who went to Iku boys, akina Mbuyu, akina Jumse. He used to have a cabaret of sorts, and he had a very big body. Then we have akina Jemo, we have akina Derek, we have akina a lot. I can't even remember the names of the rest, but we really had a team. This is a team tukiingia na uwanja, bro. Hey, kusafisha. I remember Mbuyu is a guy who also got a scholarship. He was then, I guess, by the time I was getting alikuwa form 3. In form 4 kumaliza alipata scholarship ya kwenda mpaka KC University only because of rugby. Alionekanaga na spotter, full scholarship, KC University, playing for the likes of Mwamba, playing for the likes of, these big teams. I think right now he might be in KCB, if I'm not wrong, still playing professional
Rugby.
Yes, rugby.
Hey.
So now you can imagine having that as the kind of examples we had in school who are playing rugby. I would definitely be interested in rugby. But then again, I think I also realized when I tried a couple of games, badminton, nah. Basketball, there's a teacher we had. He used to teach good basketball, but I didn't I didn't see any growth. Like you see, I'm a firm believer that you must find peace in what you're doing. So I found peace in rugby, and I would say GMO influenced. Yes.
So from this stage, we have seen how you grew up, how you got to socialize with people,
Yes.
and finally now you have found your favorite activity to do, which is rugby. Now, before we touch into the spiritual part of which we were going when you are now introduced now to the CU.
Yes.
Let's cut it there.